Hey there, how's it going? Today I'm out in the community of Riverview in Cochrane, Alberta, and just to show you one of the other more mature neighborhoods in Cochrane, Alberta, and home of Cochrane's second golf course, Riverview Greens or Cochrane Golf Club. Let's check it out. Riverview in Cochrane is located just south of the downtown area, between the downtown shopping district and the Bow River. And that gives you great access to not only getting your amenities taken care of really close by. In fact, some of it is within walking distance of the community, but you also have really quick access to the Bow River as well. On the west-hand side, Riverview is bounded by Riverfront Park and the pathways that tie in there as well, just before you cross Highway 22. Now, one cool feature there is there is a disc golf course set up at the Riverfront Park. So if you're into something like that and you just want to get out and do some activity, it's free to go use. The disc golf course is set up and ready to go for you. That Riverfront Park also has some great picnic tables and fire pit areas that if you wanted to go and have a family picnic day down by the river, it's already set up ready for you to use. And that's just a really great feature of the community for a young family or a retired couple to go down and enjoy that time right at the river and not have to drive too far to get that really in-depth nature feel. Then on the east side of Riverview is Matt Kroll Memorial Park, and that's home to numerous ball diamonds, a couple soccer fields, and a great park for your kids. As you can see here, I'm going to fly the drone over and touch into that. And just beside Matt Kroll, down by the river, is an access point, as I've mentioned in other videos, specifically the Greystone one, where you can access the off-leash dog park area that runs right from Matt Kroll all the way to the Spray Lakes Family Sawmill Center, giving you an off-leash area for your dogs to run right along the bank of the Bow River as well. Riverview, being one of Cochrane's other more mature neighborhoods, is again a little bit of an older community, with its start happening in the early 90s and finishing up here in the mid 90s. Now, as I mentioned, it is home to Cochrane's second golf course. Now, I say second in the fact that I've already done the Glen Eagles video. However, Cochrane Golf Club and Riverview Greens was actually Cochrane's first golf course, and they're very proud of that. It is a public course, so you can get on there, and honestly, as cheap as $35 for 9 holes, which is really reasonable in terms of its price and its location, because you have mountain views from areas of the golf course. Now, the other perk with Riverview is, as the name sounds, you do have river views from all of the homes that face onto the Bow River. Now, like the other homes and communities of West Terrace and West Valley, the homes are set back quite a bit, but just steps from the community and steps from your door, you are right here at the shore and the banks of the Bow River. Now, today is a bright, beautiful, sunny day. The river's flowing, and it's just such a nice perk to have this great natural area with pathways lining the Bow River, just steps from your home. Now, as I mentioned, Riverview's homes are set back a ways from the river, so you're not having to worry about any sort of high water issues. As you can see behind me here, I'm just walking up the hillside from the Bow River. If I take a step out onto the paved pathway here, you can see the homes behind me here. So there's quite a bit of distance between the homes and the river, making sure that your homes are safe while still giving you that beautiful nature view and being surrounded by lovely mature trees. Now, as you see over my shoulder here, a lot of these homes that line the river or line the pathway system that goes along the Bow River are all walkouts. Now, they range in size. Obviously, we've got a few bungalows, and then we've got some bigger 2-story homes as well. Now, right now, there's actually currently one of these homes for sale that backs onto the river for under $900,000, which is a fantastic price. Now, the important thing to think about when you're talking about a home that backs onto the river for under $900,000 is that these homes are a little bit older, again, being built in that early 90s. And so there is some updating and some poly-B plumbing to take care of for those new owners. Now, just like Glen Eagles, one really cool feature that Riverview, the community, actually has is that all of the homes, aside from, I think it's like 10 or 12 homes that back onto the Riverview villas, back on either the river space, a pathway, or the golf course itself. So all of these homes have more privacy than some of the newer communities, with adequate green spaces, larger, more mature lots, bigger backyards, and again, patios, as you see behind me here, that have unblocked views of the Bow River. Now, as we jump out into the community here and start walking along some of the streets, you're going to notice that the streets are very wide, they're very open. Again, you have mature trees. You can just get an idea of the width of some of these lots. So you're gonna have a lot more room in your front yard, you're gonna have a lot more room in your backyard, you're gonna have more distance between you and your neighbors, as the houses have a larger side yard than the new construction homes as well. The other great thing about Riverview, the community, is that because it is such a small community and it doesn't really lead to anywhere, there is a lot less traffic. You will have to deal with the odd golf cart crossing the road between holes and some of the local wildlife, as you see in this video here. But in general, it is a very quiet, peaceful community. You can see behind me here, golf course is super green right now, in great shape, and honestly, it's a fantastic price. Riverview Greens, the public golf course, also has a cool attraction for the town, and that is it has a little mini golf course that you can go and sign up and play as well. So if you're into an activity, trying to find something for your kids to do, that mini golf course is going to be something really cool right in your community. Now, in terms of homes, Riverview is home to a majority of detached homes. Obviously, there's the ones that line the river, and like I mentioned, there is one currently on the market for about $900,000. But if you are gonna find one that's been updated, a little bit larger, you're likely to be looking more closer to that $1 million mark, and that's just a good price point to kind of aim for. Then you've got the ones that back onto the golf course, a couple different cul-de-sacs, and again, the prices range anywhere from about the mid 600s all the way up until that early 900 range for the ones on the golf course. And obviously, the more elaborate they get, the higher the price. Now, Riverview is also home to one condo complex, which is called the Villas, and that is duplex and quadplex, condominium style, single level bungalow with front attached garages. And it's just a nice little way to be involved in the community, way to be a member of the community, live in the community, but not have all the maintenance and landscaping to do of the other homes. So that's something to keep in mind. They do exist. There's just one small little area, only a handful of units. And the homes that do not back onto the river or the golf course, again, there's only a select few, and you'll see that kind of in the overhead here, is just a handful of homes that back onto that villa complex as well. On the very east side, just north of Matt Kroll Park, there's also another set of townhouses that is present in Riverview. Now, again, it's right on the outskirts of the community, right on the edge there, across from Greystone, and directly adjacent to the downtown, more kind of industrial section of Cochrane, where you've got some of the local businesses like 4 Wheel Freedom, close access to the Canadian Tire, the Sport Check, and things of that nature. So there is some townhouse living in the community as well. However, like I mentioned, the majority of the homes here are single detached homes, whether they be walkout bungalows, walkout 2 stories right on the river, or the ones that back onto the golf course. As I mentioned, I'm now on the east side of the community here, right in front of Matt Kroll Memorial Park. And as you see behind me over my shoulder, there's multiple ball diamonds, some soccer fields, and a great park. And this is where you will find the entrance to Cochrane Golf Club, sitting right across the street here. To get an idea of where everything's located, townhouses right there, and then across the street on the very east side of the subdivision is the new subdivision of Greystone, so that's where that's located as well. So even the homes that are on that eastern side that may be facing Greystone, you still are buffered by Matt Kroll Memorial Park, giving you that space from the more mature community before you hit a brand new, more traditional subdivision of Greystone, where things are a little bit tighter packed in and a little bit more construction. So it does give even the homes right on the east boundary a little bit more buffer from that build site of Greystone as well. Just like other communities in Cochrane, there is a community association for Riverview. Now, unlike Sunset Ridge, Fireside, Heritage Hills, and the newer subdivisions where it's a mandatory HOA or homeowner association, this one functions more like an old school community association where membership is voluntary and it's only $25 a year. And all that does is keep you abreast of all the local events going on, gives you information about the community, and has some additional help planning some local community events as well. So it's not mandated that you have to join it. However, to get into that community feel, I think it's always a good thing to support that local community association and get to know some of your neighbors a little bit better. So if you've been looking to call Cochrane home, but you've been really wanting to find a more mature neighborhood that's close to the river, and hey, maybe you're a big golf fanatic and you want to be really close to a golf course where you can take a small little drive, or maybe, hey, if you're looking to get a couple extra steps in, walk to the golf course, Riverview might be the perfect community for you. It's got close access into downtown, being that it's so close to Cochrane and all that shopping, but you're still sectioned off from that. You can't really see the downtown area from a lot of the community. You've got big, wide streets. You've got big, mature trees, wide lots, big backyards, and the pathway that runs all along the Bow River to top it off. So if you want to come check this community out, maybe come see that walkout home that's right on the Bow River for under $1 million, reach out, get a hold of me. I'd love to show you around this community and show you what Riverview in Cochrane, Alberta is all about. Thanks, and I will catch you in the next one.